In the heart of the Yoruba kingdom, nestled between lush forests and meandering rivers, lay the vibrant village of Ilesa. The village was a hub of activity, with marketplaces bustling, children playing, and elders sharing stories under the ancient baobab tree. Among the villagers was Adebayo, a young man known for his curiosity and thirst for adventure. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the thatched roofs, a stranger arrived. His appearance was as mysterious as his sudden presence. He was draped in a cloak that shimmered in the twilight. The villagers, intrigued and cautious, gathered around as he made his way to the center of the village. Adebayo, his heart pounding with curiosity, pushed through the crowd to get a better look. The stranger, sensing the attention, raised his hand, revealing a beautifully carved calabash. "Greetings, people of Ilesa," he began, his voice carrying an air of ancient wisdom. "I bring you a gift and a warning. This calabash holds great power and a deep secret, one that can either protect your village or bring it to ruin." The villagers murmured among themselves, their eyes fixed on the calabash. Adebayo, feeling an inexplicable pull towards the object, stepped forward. "What is this calabash, and why have you brought it here?" he asked, his voice steady despite the growing tension. The stranger's gaze met Adebayo's, and he smiled. "You, young one, have the spirit of a true seeker. This calabash chooses its bearer, and it has chosen you. Your journey will be fraught with danger and discovery, but you must accept this responsibility to safeguard your village." With those words, the stranger handed the calabash to Adebayo, and before anyone could react, he vanished into the shadows, leaving behind an air of mystery and anticipation. Adebayo, clutching the calabash, felt a surge of energy course through him. Little did he know, his life was about to change in ways he could never have imagined. The night was restless for Adebayo. The calabash sat on a woven mat in his hut, emanating a faint glow that seemed to pulse with a life of its own. Unable to sleep, he sat cross-legged before it, trying to comprehend the stranger's words and the magnitude of his new responsibility. As the first light of dawn crept through the doorway, Adebayo reached out and touched the calabash. Instantly, visions filled his mind, ancient rituals, powerful spirits, and a history that intertwined with his own lineage. The calabash, it seemed, was not merely an artifact but a vessel of immense spiritual power and knowledge. Determined to understand more, Adebayo sought out Baba Ife, the village's elder and wise man. Baba Ife's hut, surrounded by sacred symbols and herbs, was a place of knowledge and guidance. Adebayo explained the encounter with the stranger and the calabash's peculiar nature. Baba Ife, his eyes widening in recognition, nodded solemnly. "The calabash you hold is known as Aesi Olojome, a divine artifact created by the gods to protect the Yoruba people. It has chosen you, Adebayo, because you possess the heart and spirit needed to wield its power." He continued, "The calabash is a conduit to the guardian spirit of our land. Each spirit embodies an element of our world, earth, air, fire, and water, and offers wisdom and protection. But with great power comes great responsibility. You must embark on a quest to awaken these spirits and learn from them. Only then can you harness the Calabash's full potential. Adebayo listened intently, the weight of his task sinking in. He felt a mixture of fear and excitement. Baba Ifa placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. Remember, Adebayo, you are never alone. The spirits will guide you, and your ancestors watch over you. Trust in yourself and the path that lies ahead. Armed with this knowledge and a heart full of determination, Adebayo prepared to embark on his journey. He gathered supplies, said farewell to his family, and set off into the unknown, the calabash securely tied to his belt. As he walked through the village gates, he felt a sense of destiny pulling him forward, ready to uncover the secrets and power of the enchanted calabash. Adebayo's journey led him deep into the Yoruba countryside, where the lush greenery and ancient trees seemed to whisper secrets of the past. He traveled for days, guided by the calabash, which glowed brighter whenever he neared his destination. The first stop on his quest was the sacred grove of Oromala, the spirit of wisdom and foresight. The grove was an awe-inspiring sight, with towering trees whose branches intertwined to form a natural canopy. Adebayo felt a profound sense of reverence as he entered the sacred space. In the center of the grove stood a large, ancient baobab tree, its roots twisting and turning like the threads of fate. As Adebayo approached the tree, the calabash began to vibrate, and a warm light enveloped him. Before his eyes, a figure materialized, a tall, regal being with eyes that sparkled like stars. "I am Oromala," the spirit intoned, "the keeper of wisdom and prophecy. You have been chosen to wield the calabash, young Adebayo. What is it you seek?" Adebayo, bowing respectfully, replied, "Great Oromala, I seek your guidance and the wisdom of the calabash. I must protect my village from an impending danger, and I need your help to unlock its power." Oromala nodded, his gaze penetrating and kind. "To wield the calabash, you must first understand its nature. It is a vessel of Esi, the divine energy that flows through all things. Your journey is not just about gaining power but also about understanding balance, harmony, and the interconnectedness of life." Over the next few days, Oromala imparted his wisdom to Adebayo, teaching him about the balance of nature, the importance of foresight, and the interconnectedness of all beings. Adebayo absorbed these lessons, feeling his understanding deepen and his connection to the calabash strengthen. As their time together drew to a close, Oromala gifted Adebayo with a talisman, a symbol of his newfound knowledge. "This talisman will guide you and protect you on your journey. Remember, Adebayo, wisdom is not just about knowledge but also about understanding and compassion. Use your power wisely." With renewed purpose, Adebayo bid farewell to Oromala and continued his journey. His next destination was the domain of Sango, the spirit of fire and thunder, where he would face new challenges and learn the next lesson in his quest to unlock the full potential of the enchanted calabash. Adebayo's path now led him toward the mountains, where the air grew thinner and the terrain more rugged. The journey was arduous, but the calabash continued to guide him, its glow offering reassurance in the darkness. As he climbed higher, he felt a powerful presence drawing him closer. After several days, he reached the entrance of a hidden village nestled in a secluded valley. This was the home of Sango, the spirit of fire and thunder. The villagers, dressed in vibrant robes and adorned with intricate beads, greeted Adebayo with a mixture of curiosity and respect. They recognized the calabash he carried and understood the significance of his arrival. The village elder, a wise and formidable woman named Aya Sango, welcomed Adebayo and led him to the sacred fire temple at the heart of the village. The temple, built from blackened stones and decorated with symbols of lightning and flame, radiated an intense energy. As they entered the temple, Adebayo felt a surge of heat and a crackle of electricity in the air. Before him stood Sango, a towering figure wreathed in flames, his eyes glowing with the power of 1,000 storms. "Welcome, Adebayo," Sango boomed, his voice like rolling thunder. "You have come to learn the power of fire and the strength of thunder. Are you ready to face the trials that lie ahead?" Adebayo nodded, his resolve unwavering. Sango's presence was overwhelming, but Adebayo knew that mastering fire and thunder was crucial to his quest. Over the next few weeks, Sango trained Adebayo rigorously, teaching him to harness the raw energy of fire and channel the destructive power of thunder. The training was grueling, pushing Adebayo to his limits both physically and mentally. He learned to control his fear, focus his mind, and tap into the elemental forces around him. Sango's lessons were not just about wielding power but also about understanding the responsibility that came with it. One night, after a particularly intense training session, Sango spoke to Adebayo about the importance of balance. "Fire can create and destroy," he said, his voice softer yet still commanding. "Thunder can bring rain and devastation. You must learn to balance these forces within yourself. The true power lies not in the ability to wield them recklessly, but in knowing when and how to use them with wisdom and restraint." Adebayo listened intently, the words resonating deeply within him. He realized that the journey was as much about self-discovery as it was about gaining power. Each lesson from the guardian spirits was a piece of a larger puzzle, guiding him toward becoming a true protector of his village. As his time with Sango came to an end, the spirit presented Adebayo with a ceremonial staff, its head shaped like a lightning bolt and its shaft wrapped in fire-hardened leather. "This staff will channel your inner fire and thunder," Sango declared. "Use it to protect and serve your people, and may it remind you of the balance you must always maintain." With gratitude and newfound strength, Adebayo left the hidden village, his next destination clear in his mind, the domain of Umoja, the spirit of water and life. The journey ahead would take him to the banks of the great river, where he would continue his quest to unlock the full potential of the enchanted Calabash. The journey to Umoja's domain took Adebayo through dense forests and across winding rivers. The Calabash, ever his guide, glowed with a cool, calming light as he approached the riverbanks where Umoja's presence was strongest. The river flowed with a gentle yet powerful current, its water shimmering under the sunlight. Upon reaching the river, Adebayo felt a deep sense of peace wash over him. He knelt by the water's edge, dipping his hand into the cool liquid. Almost immediately, the calabash began to vibrate, and a figure emerged from the river, her form fluid and graceful. It was Umoja, the spirit of water and life, her eyes reflecting the depth of the ocean and the serenity of a calm lake. "Welcome, "Adebayo," Umoja greeted, her voice like a soothing lullaby. "You have come to seek the wisdom of water, the essence of life and renewal. To understand its power, you must undergo the trials that test your patience, empathy, and adaptability." Umoja's trials were unlike any Adebayo had faced before. They required not physical strength but emotional resilience and mental acuity. He had to navigate through mazes of reeds, solve intricate riddles posed by the river spirits, and demonstrate his ability to remain calm and composed under pressure. One of the trials involved helping a distressed fisherman who had lost his way in the fog. Adebayo used his intuition and the calming presence of the calabash to guide the fisherman back to safety, showing that true strength often lies in compassion and understanding. Throughout these trials, Umoja imparted lessons about the cyclical nature of life, the importance of nurturing and healing, and the power of adaptability. "Water can take many forms," she explained. "It can be gentle or fierce, still or turbulent. To master its essence, you must learn to flow like water, embracing change and moving with the current." Adebayo's final trial was to summon a rainstorm to revive a parched land. This task required him to harmonize with the elements, drawing on his inner strength and the lessons he had learned from Oromola and Sango. As he concentrated, the calabash glowed brightly, and dark clouds gathered in the sky. Rain began to fall, rejuvenating the earth and bringing life back to the land. Umoja, witnessing his success, smiled with pride. "You have proven yourself, Adebayo. You have the wisdom and adaptability to wield the power of water. Take this conch shell as a symbol of our bond. It will amplify your connection to the water spirits and aid you in times of need." With the conch shell in hand and a heart full of gratitude, Adebayo bid farewell to Umoja. His next journey would take him to the mountains once more, where he would seek the guidance of Obatala, the spirit of creation and purity. The path was long and arduous, but Adebayo felt a growing sense of purpose and confidence as he continued his quest. But wait, if you are new here, you're welcome. Please do us a favor, hit the like button below and subscribe to our channel to ensure you won't miss out on our upcoming amazing videos like this one. With that said, let's get back to the story. The trek to Obatala's domain led Adebayo through the Forbidden Forest, a place shrouded in mystery and legend. The forest was dense and dark, with towering trees that seemed to touch the sky and undergrowth so thick it was almost impenetrable. It was said that the forest was home to spirits and creatures that tested the hearts of those who dared to enter. As Adebayo ventured deeper into the forest, the calabash began to emit a soft, steady glow, illuminating his path. The air was thick with the scent of moss and earth, and the sounds of rustling leaves and distant animal calls filled the air. Despite the eerie atmosphere, Adebayo felt a strange sense of calm, as if the forest were a living entity guiding him forward. One night, as he rested by a small clearing, Adebayo heard a rustling in the bushes. He stood up, his hand instinctively reaching for the staff gifted by Sango. From the shadows emerged a creature unlike any he had seen before. It had the body of a lion, the wings of an eagle, and eyes that glowed with an otherworldly light. The creature, sensing no threat from Adebayo, spoke in a voice that echoed through the clearing. I am Ajoni, the guardian of the forbidden forest. You seek the spirit of creation, but first, you must prove your purity of heart and your commitment to your quest. Adebayo, determined and unafraid, nodded. I am ready, Ajoni. What must I do to prove myself? Ajoni's eyes softened, and he gestured to the forest around them. This forest is a reflection of the soul. You must navigate its depths and confront the shadows within yourself. Only by understanding and embracing your true self can you continue on your journey. Over the next few days, Adebayo faced numerous challenges in the forest. He encountered illusions that played on his fears and doubts, creatures that tested his courage and resolve, and puzzles that required him to draw on all the knowledge and skills he had gained so far. Each challenge was a lesson in self-awareness and growth. One of the most profound moments came when Adebayo stumbled upon a mirror-like pond. As he gazed into its depths, he saw reflections of his past, moments of joy, sorrow, triumph, and regret. He saw the faces of loved ones, the pain of loss, and the triumphs that had shaped him. It was a humbling experience, one that made him realize the importance of every moment in his journey. Through these reflections, Adebayo confronted his inner demons and emerged with a deeper understanding of himself and his purpose. He realized that the quest was not just about gaining power but also about becoming the best version of himself, worthy of the Calabash's trust. Satisfied with Adebayo's growth, Ajoni appeared once more. You have proven yourself, Adebayo. The forest acknowledges your purity of heart and strength of character. Continue your journey with our blessing. With a newfound sense of clarity and purpose, Adebayo left the forbidden forest, his next destination clear, the sacred mountain where Obatala, the spirit of creation and purity, resided. The path ahead was steep and treacherous, but Adebayo felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, armed with the wisdom and strength he had gained so far. The journey to the sacred mountain was grueling, but Adebayo pressed on with unwavering determination. The Calabash, now a constant companion, guided him through rocky terrain and steep cliffs. As he ascended, the air grew thinner, and the landscape more desolate, a stark contrast to the lush forest and vibrant villages he had passed through. One evening, as Adebayo set up camp near a mountain spring, he sensed a presence watching him. Turning around, he was startled to see a familiar face, Olu, a childhood friend and fellow villager. Adebayo's heart lifted with joy at the sight of his old friend, and they embraced warmly. Olu, what brings you here? Adebayo asked, surprised and curious. Olu's expression was grave. I came to warn you, Adebayo. There are those who covet the power of the Calabash and would stop at nothing to take it from you. You must be careful. Trust no one. Adebayo nodded, appreciating the warning but feeling a twinge of doubt. Olu's sudden appearance seemed too convenient. However, he chose to trust his friend, recalling their shared history and bond. As they continued their journey together, Olu shared tales of his own adventures, and the two friends reminisced about their childhood. However, Adebayo couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. The Calabash's glow seemed to dim slightly whenever Olu was near, a subtle warning that Adebayo couldn't ignore. One night, as they camped on a narrow ledge, Adebayo awoke to find Olu rummaging through his belongings, his eyes fixed on the calabash. "Olu, what are you doing?" Adebayo demanded, his voice a mix of confusion and anger. Olu's face twisted with guilt and desperation. "I'm sorry, Adebayo. I didn't want to do this, but I have no choice. They threatened my family. They promised me power and wealth if I delivered the calabash to them." Adebayo's heart sank, feeling the sting of betrayal from someone he had trusted implicitly. "Olu, this calabash is not just an artifact. It holds the fate of our village and the power of the guardian spirits. You cannot give it to them." Tears welled up in Olu's eyes as he dropped to his knees. "I know, Adebayo. I'm so sorry. I've made a terrible mistake. Please, help me save my family. I'll do whatever it takes to make things right." Adebayo, seeing the genuine remorse in Olu's eyes, decided to forgive his friend. "We will find a way to protect your family and stop those who seek to misuse the calabash. But you must promise to stay true and help me on this quest." Olu nodded, grateful for Adebayo's forgiveness. Together, they devised a plan to confront the men who had coerced Olu and ensure the calabash remained safe. With their bond strengthened and a renewed sense of purpose, they continued their journey toward the sacred mountain. The climb was arduous, but Adebayo felt a growing sense of destiny guiding him. As they neared the summit, he knew the final leg of his journey would bring him face to face with Obatala, the spirit of creation and purity, and ultimately, the true power of the enchanted calabash. The summit of the sacred mountain loomed before them, a majestic peak that pierced the sky. The air was crisp and thin, and the landscape was barren, save for the occasional hardy shrub clinging to the rocky ground. Adebayo and Olu pressed on, the calabash glowing brighter with each step. At the peak, they found a temple carved into the mountainside, its entrance guarded by intricate carvings and symbols of creation. Adebayo felt a sense of awe and reverence as they approached the temple. Inside, the air was cool and serene, the walls adorned with murals depicting the history of the Yoruba people and the guardian spirits. In the center of the temple stood a figure draped in white robes, his presence radiating purity and calm. It was Obatala, the spirit of creation and purity. His eyes, deep and knowing, met Adebayo's with a gentle smile. "Welcome, Adebayo. You have come far on your journey. What is it you seek here at the summit of the sacred mountain?" Adebayo bowed respectfully. "Great Obatala, I seek your guidance and the final blessing to unlock the full power of the calabash. I must protect my village and the balance of our world from those who wish to misuse this power." Obatala nodded, his expression thoughtful. "The calabash holds the essence of creation itself. To unlock its full potential, you must understand the balance between creation and destruction, purity and corruption. You must also face the ultimate test of your spirit." Obatala led Adebayo and Olu to a chamber deep within the temple, where a pool of crystal clear water reflected the light of the calabash. "This is the pool of reflection," Obatala explained. "To unlock the calabash's power, you must immerse yourself in its waters and confront the deepest truths of your soul. Only by embracing your true self can you wield the power of creation? Adebayo, understanding the gravity of the task, stepped into the pool. The water was cool and soothing, and as he submerged himself, visions filled his mind. He saw the faces of those he loved, the trials he had overcome, and the choices that had shaped his journey. He felt a profound connection to the world around him, the energy of creation flowing through him. Emerging from the pool, Adebayo felt a sense of clarity and peace. The calabash glowed with an intense light, its power fully awakened. Obatola smiled, his eyes filled with pride. You have proven yourself worthy, Adebayo. The calabash is now fully attuned to your spirit. Use its power wisely and protect the balance of our world. With Obatola's blessing and the calabash glowing with newfound energy, Adebayo and Olu prepared to leave the sacred mountain. They knew that the journey was far from over, but with the power of the calabash and the wisdom of the guardian spirits, they felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Descending the sacred mountain, Adebayo and Olu found themselves on the precipice of a great battle. News had spread that a malevolent force, led by a sorcerer named Ologbede, sought to claim the calabash's power for himself. This sorcerer had gathered a formidable army, and they were marching towards Ilesa with the intent of laying waste to the village and seizing the calabash. Adebayo, determined to protect his village and the balance of their world, knew that he would need the help of the guardian spirits and the calabash's full power. Alongside Olu, he rallied the villagers, sharing the knowledge and wisdom he had gained on his journey. They prepared for battle, fortifying their defenses and readying their hearts for the fight to come. As the sun rose on the day of the battle, Adebayo stood at the forefront, the calabash glowing with an ethereal light. The villagers, inspired by his courage and the power of the calabash, stood resolute behind him. The air was thick with tension as Ologbede's army approached, their dark forms a stark contrast against the bright morning sky. The battle was fierce and chaotic. Ologbede's army, fueled by dark magic, clashed with the villagers, who fought with determination and the strength of their ancestors. Adebayo, wielding the calabash and the staff of Sango, channeled the elements to protect his people. Thunder roared, fire blazed, and the very earth trembled under his command. Amidst the chaos, Adebayo faced Ologbede, their confrontation inevitable. The sorcerer, shrouded in darkness, sneered at Adebayo. You think you can stop me with that trinket? The calabash belongs to me. Adebayo, his resolve unshaken, replied, the calabash belongs to the people, to those who protect and honor its power. You seek to corrupt and control it, but you will not succeed. The battle between them was intense, their powers clashing in a dazzling display of light and dark. Adebayo drew upon the wisdom of Oromola, the strength of Sango, the adaptability of Umoja, and the purity of Obatola. With each strike, he felt the spirits guiding him, their voices urging him on. In a final, desperate move, Ologbede unleashed a wave of dark energy, aiming to overwhelm Adebayo. But Adebayo, with the calabash's light shining brighter than ever, countered with a surge of elemental power. The resulting explosion of energy lit up the sky, and when the dust settled, Ologbede was defeated, his dark magic dissipated into the air. With Ologbede's fall, his army retreated, their spirits broken. The villagers, weary but victorious, celebrated their hard-won freedom. Adebayo, exhausted but relieved, knew that the true battle had been won not just with power, but with the wisdom, strength, and unity of his people. The Calabash, now fully attuned to Adebayo, glowed with a serene light. He understood that its power was a gift, one that came with great responsibility. He vowed to continue protecting his village and honoring the legacy of the guardian spirits. With the threat of Olugbe defeated, Adebayo's return to Ilesa was met with great celebration. The villagers honored him for his bravery and leadership, recognizing the immense responsibility he had shouldered to protect their home. However, Adebayo knew that the journey was not yet complete. The Calabash had chosen him, and with that choice came the duty to safeguard its power for future generations. Adebayo sought counsel from Baba Ifa and the village elders. They gathered in the sacred grove, where the ancient baobab tree stood as a testament to their history and wisdom. The elders, their faces lined with years of experience and knowledge, listened intently as Adebayo recounted his journey and the lessons he had learned from the guardian spirits. Baba Ifa, his eyes filled with pride and respect, spoke first. Adebayo, you have proven yourself a true guardian of our people. The Calabash has recognized your spirit and your commitment to balance and harmony. But with this power comes the need for wisdom and guidance. You must not bear this burden alone. The elders nodded in agreement, and one by one, they offered their insights. We must form a council to oversee the Calabash and its power, suggested Ayasango. A group of trusted individuals who can guide and support Adebayo in his role as guardian. Adebayo, understanding the wisdom in their words, agreed. The Calabash is a symbol of our heritage and the strength of our community. It is not meant to be wielded by one person alone. I will welcome the guidance and support of the council. The Council of Elders was formed, each member chosen for their wisdom, courage, and dedication to the village. Together, they established a set of principles to ensure that the Calabash's power was used for the greater good. They also decided to create a repository of knowledge, documenting the lessons and experiences of Adebayo's journey to guide future generations. As the new guardian of the Calabash, Adebayo took his place on the council, his heart filled with gratitude and determination. He knew that the journey would continue, with new challenges and lessons to be learned. But with the support of the council and the unity of the village, he felt confident in their ability to protect and honor the legacy of the guardian spirits. The sacred grove, bathed in the soft light of the setting sun, stood as a symbol of their resilience and unity. Adebayo, the Calabash glowing gently in his hands, looked out over his village with a sense of peace and purpose. He had become not just a warrior, but a true guardian of his people and their heritage. Years passed, and under Adebayo's guardianship, Ilesa flourished. The village became a center of learning and culture, where the wisdom of the guardian spirits was passed down to each generation. The Council of Elders played a vital role in maintaining the balance and ensuring that the power of the Calabash was never misused. Adebayo, now a respected elder himself, took great pride in mentoring young villagers, teaching them the lessons he had learned on his journey. He shared the stories of Oromola's wisdom, Sango's strength, Umoja's adaptability, and Obatola's purity, ensuring that the spirit of the guardians lived on in the hearts and minds of the people. One of his most promising students was a young girl named Adoni. She possessed a natural curiosity and a deep connection to the spiritual world. Under Adebayo's guidance, Adoni showed great potential, and it became clear that she was destined to play a significant role in the future of the village. As Adebayo approached the end of his days, he gathered the council and the villagers for a special ceremony. In the sacred grove, under the ancient baobab tree, he addressed the community. My journey has been one of learning and growth, guided by the wisdom of the guardian spirits. It is time for me to pass on the mantle of guardian to a new generation. He called Adoni forward, the calabash glowing brightly in his hands. Adoni, you have shown great promise and dedication. The calabash has recognized your spirit. With the support of the council and the village, you will be the new guardian. Protect its power, honor its legacy, and continue the journey of balance and harmony. Adoni, her eyes filled with determination and respect, accepted the calabash. The villagers cheered, their hearts filled with hope for the future. Adebayo, his heart full of pride, knew that the calabash was in good hands. As the sun set over the village, Adebayo reflected on his journey. He had started as a young warrior seeking to protect his home, and through the guidance of the guardian spirits, he had become a true protector of his people and their heritage. The legacy of the calabash would continue, a beacon of light and wisdom for generations to come. And so, the story of Adebayo and the enchanted calabash became a cherished tale, passed down through the ages. It reminded the people of Ilesa of the power of wisdom, strength, adaptability, and purity, and the importance of unity and balance in their lives. The guardian spirits watched over them, their presence a constant reminder of the connection between the past, present, and future. Adoni's guardianship marked a new dawn for Ilesa. With the calabash in her care, she embraced her role with a sense of reverence and responsibility. The village, thriving under her leadership, continued to honor the traditions and wisdom of the guardian spirits. One of the first initiatives Adoni undertook was to expand the repository of knowledge started by Adebayo and the council. She encouraged the villagers to document their own experiences, stories, and lessons, creating a rich tapestry of wisdom that future generations could learn from. This repository became a symbol of the collective strength and resilience of the village. Adoni also fostered stronger connections with neighboring villages, sharing the wisdom of the guardian spirits and creating alliances that ensured mutual protection and prosperity. She believed that the power of the calabash was not just for Ilesa, but for the entire region, and she worked tirelessly to spread its influence for the greater good. One day, as Adoni meditated in the sacred grove, she felt a familiar presence. Opening her eyes, she saw Adebayo's spirit standing before her, his eyes filled with pride and warmth. "You have done well, Adoni. The guardian spirits are pleased with your dedication and the way you have honored the legacy of the calabash." Adoni, filled with gratitude, replied, "Thank you, Adebayo. Your guidance and wisdom have been my greatest inspiration. I will continue to protect and honor the calabash, ensuring that its power remains a force for good." Adebayo's spirit nodded. Remember, Adoni, the journey of a guardian is never truly over. There will always be challenges to face and lessons to learn. Trust in the wisdom of the spirits and the strength of your people. Together, you will continue to protect and nurture the balance of our world. With these words, Adebayo's spirit faded, leaving Adoni with a renewed sense of purpose. She knew that her journey as a guardian was just beginning, and with the support of the council and the village, she felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The calabash, glowing with a soft, steady light, remained a symbol of hope and strength for the people of Ilesa. Under Adoni's leadership, they continued to honor the legacy of the guardian spirits, ensuring that their wisdom and power were preserved for future generations. And so, the story of Adebayo and the enchanted calabash lived on, a testament to the power of wisdom, courage, and unity. It reminded the people of Ilesa of their shared heritage and the importance of protecting the balance of their world. The guardian spirits watched over them, their presence a constant reminder of the enduring connection between the past, present, and future. As the years passed, new generations of guardians arose, each one guided by the wisdom of those who had come before. The calabash remained a beacon of light, its power a source of inspiration and strength. And through it all, the people of Ilesa continued to honor the legacy of the guardian spirits, ensuring that their village and their world remained a place of balance, harmony, and hope. The tale of Adebayo and the enchanted calabash became a legend, passed down through the generations. It was told around campfires, in schools, and during festivals, a story that united the people of Ilesa and inspired them to live with wisdom, courage, and compassion. As time went on, the village of Ilesa grew and prospered, its people thriving under the guidance of the guardians. The Council of Elders remained a vital part of the community, their collective wisdom ensuring that the calabash's power was used for the greater good. Adoni, now an elder herself, looked out over the village with a sense of fulfillment and peace. She had fulfilled her role as guardian with dedication and love, and she knew that the future of the calabash was secure in the hands of the new generation. One day, as she walked through the sacred grove, she felt the presence of the guardian spirits. They appeared before her, their forms shimmering with light. Oronmala, Sango, Yomoja, and Obotola smiled at her, their eyes filled with pride and affection. "You have done well, Adoni," Oromala said. "The calabash and its legacy are safe in your hands. You have honored our wisdom and ensured the balance of your world." Adoni bowed her head in gratitude. "Thank you, guardian spirits. Your guidance and wisdom have been my greatest strength. I will continue to protect and honor the calabash, ensuring that its power remains a force for good." With these words, the guardian spirits faded, their presence a comforting reminder of the enduring connection between the past, present, and future. Adoni knew that her journey as a guardian was never truly over, and she embraced the challenges and opportunities that lay ahead with a heart full of hope and determination. The story of Adebayo and the enchanted calabash lived on, a testament to the power of wisdom, courage, and unity. It reminded the people of Ilesa of their shared heritage and the importance of protecting the balance of their world. The guardian spirits watched over them, their presence a constant source of inspiration and strength. And so, the legacy of the Calabash continued, a beacon of light and hope for generations to come. The people of Ilesa, guided by the wisdom of their ancestors and the strength of their guardians, thrived in a world of balance, harmony, and prosperity. The Calabash, glowing with an eternal light, remain a symbol of their enduring connection to the spirit world and the power of their shared heritage. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more interesting stories like this one. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.